Virgo season. I love Virgo. All your Virgo people, I can trust. I can understand. They understand me. Mercury and Virgo, Gemini and Virgo are from the same thing, but Virgo can help Mercury and Gemini people to put things in motion, to put things in order, to connect complicated things that were in the air in practicality, and to polish and to purge and to administrate and to manage all the noise that in the heads for the practical changes before the fall, the sun to fall after Virgo in Libra. So interesting that Mercury, that right now ending Virgo, is going to move to Libra and to go back as a retrograde phase to Virgo. So it's like going back to strength in back. All what we are having right now is not final. We are right now under Mercury in shadow. And this is saying that even that we are passing on the last days with our routine work or with our digital work, those are more things in the space that we are not noticing, and we will need to give it more time. Beyond of our personal issues right now that we are organizing and adjusting, those are more news that we cannot capture because we are so focused on something right now. So imagine that universe will help us to bring things from those days that we haven't figured out. I'm feeling myself very much in the Virgo zone. Mercury is exalted, is actually in the same degree of my natal Mercury. I have Mercury in Taurus. And I have Mercury in Taurus, but is near Jupiter, that is taking off its power a bit. But I learned through the years to dominate my Mercury, specifically that now is getting a trine from Pluto. So all my past and all my program actually is upgraded. Very, very deep things are upgraded. And myself being a nomad and disconnecting from the old program and from where I came from is very much important for my spiritual process and journey. And I think for many people as well. So interesting that in the last 24 hours with the sun moving to Virgo, I canceled a private health insurance that, to my opinion, is too high to maintain. I moved to something else. I don't have social insurance, security, health insurance regular. So what else I've done? Writing. Virgo is very good for writing, and when Mercury just now in Virgo is to put things in order, and when we are writing, our mind understands better what we are doing, more than the fact that I'm doing my course now and teaching and doing a lot of administrative thing behind the scene, and you need specific energy for this, and this is the time. I just announced today with Patreon what I needed to stop doing in order to liberate my hands and my mind to process other things, to what is paid, to what I get support. People are more engaged with the live charts that I'm offering. But really, those of you that are not familiar with the exclusive contents that I'm doing and the weekly forecast 1 month ahead, probably are losing very valuable information. But I'm mostly communicating with those that are already familiar with me for the last years, even if not right now in Patreon. So the markets, what with the markets? We are ready for another move higher. In few days, so officially to start, to what I understand it. According to the sidereal point of view, the sun is still in Leo, but usually the collective consciousness is feeling before we are entering to the official visible time, and this is how tropical astrology is helping us to adjust timing and to prepare. I'm combining them both with my interpretation. So those are so many information that we cannot understand now. And this is why Mercury is going to retrograde in Libra to Virgo. Agreements and preparation that we are asked to do right now. And Mars in Gemini, that still has a good breath to walk in Gemini now after the frustration timing in Taurus, is telling us from sky, write, create, change accounts, move things, understand some technologies, how you do this, how you convert from this to this, how you could spread the things. And Mars in Gemini is also telling you, don't put everything in the same basket, split it, split it, split it. And learn to activate, to connect the dots. On the same time, we cannot be stuck only, even that this is what the personal planets right now are telling us, to focus on the little things. It feels lonely sometimes and it feels boring when we need to sit in a room writing like I'm doing all day, organizing our thoughts by writing, by sending the mails, by doing lists. Even that it's still August and a lot of people are just thinking about how I'm maximizing my vacation. On the same time, we are mass preparing because Saturn is ready to square Uranus. It's already start happening in the background. And Venus is ready to square Uranus already this week. And next month already we are going to have Mercury retrograde opposition to Jupiter. It will be so much overwhelming information. And we need to work not just with what the season, school vacation, blah, 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 is about working with astrology alignment in order to get lucky and to get the opportunities with what is coming. When you click now, or you will click on the same button in 1 month from here, the results will be different. Or if you are applying for a job, or if you are applying for any project, is important of timing. This is how astrology can help us. So now Sun in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo. Today the Sun is on Regulus, which is the heart of the lion, is asking us to be very focused, to focus. And to focus with our heart. What is our true desire? And to focus on the small environment, on our daily routine things. So then we will have extra vision to focus on other things. Before you are going to a journey, you need to make sure that all the little things in the paperwork, and the passports, and the bag, or the car, whatever you take with you, all the little things that is headache. This is why Virgo is so good in administration and in accounting, and all the numbers that you need to sit in front of the computer and to memorize. Mercury is ruling over memory and our brain functionality, and is exalted in Virgo. This is why functioning so good in Virgo. So this is the time to think. Even that, the universe is showing us that we will need to rethink this. It will be so much information that we will need to recheck, but now we need to work with it more. So the Sun is also ready to do, as I've explained in the World Weekly Astrology, a square with Mars. It's a collective call for action. And Mars is in Gemini, but Gemini is in Virgo, ending this week. So we cannot miss our self-preparation, sharpening our knife. You know the story, I don't know to repeat it, but that you better to invest more time by sharpening your knife than investing more time by cutting the tree with non-sharp knife. The sharpened knife is the highest work you should do, your intelligence, your knowing. In the right moment, you will know how to move from here to there. You know, in education, you are preparing. The preparation is Virgo. Before we are going to the outer world, we're needing to engage with the outer world. It's all theory. Before you are driving, you need to learn the theory. Before you are engaging something, you need to read the instructions. So write instruction, change instruction. A lot of companies are right now changing the regulation of things to start from September. This is Virgo thing. So, Mars is with us in Gemini until the end of March. And the end of March is very significant, is the beginning of Aries season. Let's call it March, Pisces season. In this month, in September, we're going to have a full moon of Pisces. And in March, Pluto will move to Aquarius, is exalted there. A lot of changes in the world. So how we are all to prepare for the changes of the world? Are you stuck with one sort of asset? Do you think that the stability of apartment, now people, just yesterday I read that in Israel, for sure it's more in more places, because Israel is one of the most expensive countries in the world. People are paying for the mortgage more of their netto salary. So we are seeing already the danger of economy when people already start to be in debt and debt and debt, and they cannot think and to lift the head is very, very risky. And the stories that I'm listening last days from Argentina is overwhelming, with 100% inflation and so much corruption all over. We need to prepare for chaotic place. This is why Virgo is the opposite of Pisces, that is chaos, that is no order. We need to do order. So when your cupboard is organized and you know the rules and you know the order of things, whatever is happening, you have already the options to move between and to be more stable. And not just stable, you find solution. Virgo is about finding solution and the alternatives. This is why Mercury is thriving. Gemini are thriving in Virgo. All the therapy I had in my life were only with Virgo people. By chance it also happened. They were the best therapists for me. They could understand all the ways of the way I'm thinking and to put it in order. And this is a real therapy. When we have order, we have calmness. When we have order, when things are set, this is why also Virgo is ruling diet and health, discipline, one by one, yeah? So it's very important to remember the nature of this time. organize your fund, our funds, also time to close accounts, to close different contracts that are not working, as I've just did with a medical insurance that is so symbolic also to be related to this time. It's about taking risk. Each one is, and risk management is something very subjective. You know, it's not just risking in the stock market. It's about going to a place that you have no insurance, going to a place that you will do this, and how you are trusting. Do you trust really the system? Do you trust your body, what you are doing, also to take best of control, trusting your faith, trusting anything, you know. And we need to understand with Uranus in Taurus that this is no security, this is no safety, really. This is in the outer world. We need to find our value and safety in subjective things too. Uranus is in Taurus falling until 2025, so it will continue to change the value of society and humanity in a very major way. And don't forget that in 2024, Jupiter to meet there with Uranus. So very, very crazy thing. So how you prepare? You prepare for the regular order. Children will go back to school in September, and we will go to work, and we will do this, and we were going to take mortgage, and we are really want to buy apartment next month or next year. Really? In the city? In this? In those furnitures? Maybe yeah. But I try to inspire here that the future that is coming is not the order we know. We need to think in a new paradigm and to apply the desires of design nice places in a different way. I'm living in community now, that offering me different way of order that is more compatible with the overall how I'm planning my life. Even that I always remember that nothing is granted, nothing is going to be stable as it's in the current moment. And you know, each one has its own way to prepare himself to changes. But most important thing is to be clean and purge. To be prepared inside your emotions, our emotions. So important. Prepare yourself to be healthy. Prepare yourself to be strong. Train your mind, your spirit, your experience. You know, even curiosity. Mercury is the curiosity thing. By having experience of trying different things, by doing mistakes, you learn a lot, and you could be a teacher after these to others, thanks to your mistakes. And being prepared is experiencing and taking chances. Also, facing our fears. Let's see what will happen if I'll do this or that, and learning from them, connecting the dots. And we all know the stories. Someone is build, and then divorce, starting from zero, bankruptcy or disease, cancer, depression, heart attack, so many things. So it's to be very humble also what you really need. In Virgo, we need to know the minimalism, because it's also Mercury is small. Virgo is like to keep on the small things, environment, small and warm. This is not Jupiterian time. Jupiter is going back to Pisces now. Jupiter is going back to Pisces, is to find more things in our spiritual world, to dive into our spiritual ability, to our dream, to recheck it. We had big signs of our illusion in last April. Well, my friends, hopefully it was resonating. This is a video to all of you via YouTube. Check the links below. I also sharing sometimes lives in Instagram and via Telegram, uploading different videos, links, and from my TikTok videos. So also check this too. And if you want to study astrology, 5 modules. Module 2 is going to be available to those that finish Module 1 by September 1st. Very interesting thing. This is my contribution to life, like a final project, sharing my method that I've developed for so long, to be out there. And even if it's just one person will finish all this, I did something. So, yeah. Bye for now. All the best.